All right, so in the last video, we talked about how Tesla is just losing it to Ford and GM, right? And like, oh my gosh, this thing is just going down. I won't say crashing, but going down. So let's use this video to find out how low will Tesla go. All right, now, so I'm going to try to make this technical analysis pretty detailed, all right? So we're going to try to look at everything that I see. So hopefully this is not too long of a video, but bear with me. And after this video, please check out the video I just made before this where we talked about Tesla and just how Ford and GM is just kicking a butt. All right, so here's the weekly chart. We're looking at the weekly, and this is what I noticed when I first realized that Tesla was... it just wasn't looking good, and I didn't like Tesla until it was somewhere right around this 720 and going higher. But here's your head and shoulders pattern that we did see in the weekly weeks ago, and it did break, right? So boom, it broke, and it's just looks like it just wanting to continue to go down. So the first thing about a head and shoulders is like when it breaks, where's it going? Where's it going? So generally it wants to go from the head to the neckline. So the distance from the head, if I were to measure that to the neckline, is about, that's about 285 points. It's about 285 points, all right? Plus or minus a few, okay? I'm not trying to get super exact on this. So if I go from this break, right, down 285 points, that's going to bring us to right about here, this 360 level. So I'm going to go ahead and mark that, right? Just kind of 360 level. And notice how it's at the support of this batch of men. Could I call it men or price action right here? By the way, I like looking at candles as men, and you could see the resistance, when you look left, you can see, oh my gosh, there's going to be some resistance over here. Look at all these guys, basically, right? See all these guys? That was like resistance at one point. Well, anyway, so it's going to come down and it's going to reach the support, right? What was formerly resistance, support. So it's going to reach support, and it'll be right in this area. So we said 360, this line right here. So that's number one. All right, so number two, I want to draw a Fibonacci. And let's go ahead and do that. And we're going to do it from this low right here and bring it up to this high right here. Now, you can see right now it's stuck at the 38.2. And I tell you what, man, the 38.2 never holds. It never holds. So what is the next level? And that's this 50% retracement, and that's 485. And notice how that is at the top of this range right here. The top of this range, that will be a support level as well. But generally, in my opinion, I don't like the 50% retracement as well. I find that most stocks rebound or attempt to rebound more on the 61.8 level. And where is that 61.8 level? And that's right here at the bottom of that range, right at the bottom. So that's 386. Now, where do we say our men? Here's the line I had drawn. So if you notice, that's pretty close. Now let me try to get rid of all of this. Let's just kind of redraw this, refresh it. First, I want to get my Fibonacci up, and there's the fibs, right? And then this was about the line where I said the head and shoulders was going to, get out of there. It was right about here. Can't even remember the exact level, but let's go ahead and give it to the Fibonacci on this one, because I think that's more accurate than measuring the head to the neckline down. The Fibonacci is going to say 386, and notice this is how it's close, right? So the head and shoulders lines up to just about there. The 61.8 lines up to just about here, and also this is a great area of support if it would have hit right here, right in this area, right here, right? That's a great area of support to bounce on, and that's 386. Now, what is that exactly? Well, from where we are today, if we were to come down to that area, that is a 30% decline from where we are today, another 174 points approximately. So it still has a long way to go if this were to play out. I don't know if it's going to play out, but it may play out. I mean, the head and shoulders already broke. It looks like it's damn near going to break right here at this support that it's sitting on right now, right? Because you had the action with the China coming out saying the China sales were not good. We're not as expected, right? In China, I think they get the most sales in China even, right? So we talked about this in the last video. You got the competition coming out. I forgot to mention Volkswagen. Everybody's coming out with EVs. So why would this hold here? That's my impression. Why would that hold here and bounce? On what news? Where's the catalyst? So we need something to start seeing this thing to go to the upside other than a bounce. Because yes, this is support and it can bounce here. So it might come up and then boom, it just starts coming down again. Then we hit the next level of the fib retracement, which is 50%, and that's about 486. Now I do think we'll get some action here. That is a good level of support as well. But if we break through, the only reason why I say we're going to break through on that one, if we break through on that one, is because I feel most stocks turn at the 61.8. All right, so it might bounce here, but I think it definitely will bounce here at the 618. And here's a reminder. This action right here, this was a good consolidation for Tesla. This was a good consolidation right here. And you know what broke it out right here? You know what that breakout was? That was that 5-for-1 stock split or whatever it was. That was right here. So we kind of basically ran from here to here because of the split. Well, anyway, it looks like maybe we kind of come back down to the split action. And we just call that the split action. So there's my guesses. I got to give 2 guesses on this one because I don't know. I know if I were to bet, if I'm betting anything, first of all, I have no position in Tesla. But if I were to bet anything, I'm betting that it hits the 61.8. Number 2, second bet, this 50%. So 486 I like. And then 386. By the way, this says 46 on the fibs, but 500 is the nice round number. So that could be the bounce. And I had said that in the last video as well. Sometimes stocks just love those nice round numbers. And the stock just might say, well, it's close enough. But if it doesn't, give it to the 486. And if it kind of starts breaking through there, we have to look here. We have to look at this 61.8 level. Now, if I bring up the monthly, let's look at this at the monthly. And let's just delete all of this. And when you look at it like that, you see 2 levels. You see right there, and you see right here. And that is the bottom of this action. That's this action right here. You don't see nothing going on really right there, except for here, I guess. And that's where it's sitting right now. But we know it's going to break that, right? It's going to break that. Look at the stochastic just going down, right? Just now starting to break. So we know it's coming down. It's either here or it's here. Don't let it break here. Don't let this thing break here. Because, oh man, where are we going, here? Should I just draw that for the fun of it? So, yeah, Tesla not looking good. Really not looking good. Let's go ahead and clear this out and keep the monthly on. Let's clear this drawing out. Let's do this. Let's keep it nice and simple here. Look, that trend line, and we zoom in like that so you can see it a little better, right? I got nice touches. I'm touching all over this thing. The more touches you have, I'm trying to draw circles, but it's really, the more touches you have, the better and solid this trend line is, right? You can kind of just like, oh man, that's a great trend line. It broke right here. It just started to break, is my point. And that's at the 639 level. Everything was all good when it went from 897 down to here, down to about 642. It was all good. But now, only now, we are breaking that uptrend going on the uptrend line. Only now. It just started. So where are we going? There's your areas. Let's say the 543 area, right? And then that I done lost my area. That other Fibonacci, right below all that. Let me go back to the weekly so I could see it a little better. Yeah, right about here. That 383. That's what it was in that area. So here's what to do. If you like Tesla, if you believe in Tesla, these are only sales. You keep scooping it up as it's going lower. Right? You love it. It's like just keep dollar cost averaging. I'm buying $10 a week. $50 every 2 weeks, $50 a month, whatever your budget is, and you just kind of keep scooping up that Tesla because you know eventually it's just going to turn around and go higher, right? If we were to pull up the big picture, I mean, that's what's going to really happen. I'm not saying this is it's just a pullback. The stock is finally having a pullback. Unbelievable. So if you believe in it, you buy it. If you don't, or if you're a trader, you say, hey, I'll wait until it shows me some kind of upside maneuver, something where it kind of tells you that the downtrend is over. And to do that, we could pull up the chart again, and we could just draw something like this. You can kind of just trend it down with a downside trend line, right? Let me pull up keep the weekly on. How about I clear everything out again and draw it again? Get rid of that. Just keep that downside trend line going. And if you see it break that, that's a sign of, hey, I'm ready to turn, ready to rock and roll, right? Because it just showed you something, right? It showed you something. You know, you got this is the break. Of course, I know some people lost maybe a lot of money from there. I mean, this stock was just off to the races. Anyway, it's down 20% from the high, but it just broke trend. So this is really the time you bail. You know, if you're following trend, if you're a trader in and out kind of deal, then you just wait. You just wait until it shows you something on the upside. And that's now going to be this trend line right here, right? Just the top one. If I could get my drawing tools out, right? I want to switch over to Trading View. I've been playing with it, but I don't know if I'm good enough to run videos on it yet. I'm going to do it one day though. Anyway, so there you have it. I do think the weekly, when you look at the stochastic, is still bearish. It's coming down. It's going into the oversold area. It looks like it almost wants to turn up. Almost. So that's kind of positive. But it's not up until it's up. Because you can see over here, way over here to the left, it can stay down there for a while. Yeah, it doesn't, you know, it could just, that's like, what is that? It's about two and a half, April, May, June, July, about 4 months. February, and it came out in June. So March, April, yeah, about 4 months it would do that. So if this is May, or say June 1st, July, August, September, October, it might be October right here before it comes out. So there you have it. There's my view on Tesla. What do you think? Let me know in the comments. Are you bearish, bullish, or whatever? Check out the video I just did before on Tesla to what we compared to Ford. Ford and GM. Hey, maybe the money's leaving here, going over there, and maybe that's the new trade, right? The new trade. And Tesla is just, you know, Anyway, thanks for watching, man. Tell me what y'all think. Like, subscribe, put all your comments down. You know the deal. Subscribe. I said that already. Bell. Let me see. I gotta say bell. Subscribe. Like. Comment. Share. Twitter. Instagram. Dre Trades 2. I'm out.